How about a round of applause for all the success stories from this past week? The Grammys, who managed to offend virtually no one. I know, Beyonce. I'm also shocked. The winner of the Super Bowl, Eagles win. And everyone you see on your screen here, who we're going to talk more about. I'm Kate with Marketecture, and this is a refresh, your weekly download on what went down in advertising. In this week's edition, I get to add on a segment that I'm going to call Trolling Big Tech, thanks to Evan Spiegel and Firefox. All right. Now on to the news. First, we have Nielsen and Paramount, who, after months of being on the outs with each other, said, these Barbies are ready to be done feuding. Paramount decided not to renew their contract with Nielsen back in September after deciding, you know what, we are not getting appropriate bang for our buck. Nielsen continued to hike prices while failing to transform its offering to sufficiently measure the modern TV and video landscape. Paramount's CEO said, this really is not about affordability, it's about getting the value we need for what we pay. And I can't help but wonder if this pressure is partially why Nielsen's been so busy lately. Phasing out their panel-only product, getting MRC accredited for their big data and panel product, and upping coverage of their out-of-home panel to 100% of the US. Continuing in the TV theme, we have tvScientific, a TV ad buying and measurement platform that raised $25.5 million in funding this past week. One of their funding partners, Roku, shares their vision for the democratization of TV, removing barriers to TV ad buying and providing sufficient measurement solutions like you would find in search and social environments invite more advertisers into the opportunity, and that's good for business. The past year has seen the TV and video landscape make meaningful moves towards a future that is biddable, measurable, and accessible to more advertisers. Roku's creating interoperability with their data cloud, Disney's providing certification for programmatic enablement of live event inventory, Netflix is building out their own ad tech stack, and Tubi's hosting the Super Bowl. Continuing on the funding gains train is Stackadapt, a Canadian DSP that raised $235 million in its latest round of funding. AdTech God had the opportunity to interview their co-founder and CEO Vitaly Petersky on his pod this week. I wanted to highlight some sound bites because I think they really emphasize the ways that we should be thinking about the AI opportunity in advertising. Pause to read these, but my takeaways are twofold. One, advancements in AI are being applied throughout the entire programmatic ecosystem, but right now advertisers are really focused on generative AI, which is fair, but it's causing them to miss out on the meaningful innovation and value that's being created in other facets of programmatic. The second is your people, hiring those in engineering and data science roles, as well as upskilling your current employees on how to use and effectively engage with these AI tools is going to be a make or break. Finally, Outbrain's acquisition of Teads is official after the UK's Competition and Markets Authority approved their union. In a disappointing turn of events, Outbrain is taking Teads' last name. Alas, she's Barbie and he's just Ken. Honestly, this is a missed opportunity for them to reinvent themselves as Out Teads or T-Brain. As part of this deal, about 200 Teads employees will be laid off, or promoted outwardly, as Bernard Arnault would say. I actually had more jokes for this story, but I had to leave them in the chum box. That's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching the refresh, and I'll leave you with the song of the week.